Right, yeah, guys and girls, welcome back to another episode into my series and all of that of talks and debates. So it is now 20 minutes past 10 o'clock in the morning, and it is Friday the 4th of December 2020 at the time of the video. And I've just read something really, really, really strange and concerning, to be honest, right? About our government. I don't know what they're doing. Well, one actually, apparently £40 billion is disappeared, or is £50 billion, and they don't know where that's going. And there's going to be an inquiry into it for the UK. So £50 billion just vanished. Well, that's just one tip of the iceberg, but it's about this Pfizer or Pfizer. Anyway, so this is an article by The Independent, and apparently there are over 100 journalists around the world to bring you the news you can trust. To support truly independent journalism, please consider making a contribution or taking a subscription, they said. But I don't know whether this is right or not, or if this is what the government is doing. Like, the UK government has granted pharmaceutical giant Pfizer a legal indemnity, protecting it from being sued, enabling its virus vaccine to be rolled out across the country as early as next week. The Department of Health and Social Care has confirmed the company has been given indemnity, protecting it from legal action as a result of any problems with the vaccine. So basically, right, if something happens within the care of this vaccine, whether it's something minuscule or whether it's something big, we don't know. So we can't really say anything at the moment if what's going on, because no one's had the trials and stuff on it. Anyway, so apparently what they're saying is basically if something goes wrong with the vaccine, or someone gets ill, maybe something happens while they're taking this vaccine, or someone ends up dead or something, or maybe ill or something, apparently you can't sue them. And I think, to be honest, and this is actually the UK government, our UK government, guys and girls. I mean, this kind of seems, obviously they're trying to protect their own asses at this rate, because they don't want anything to happen. Obviously, they don't want people to get ill and stuff. But I just still think this is kind of a bit dodgy, because this virus vaccine has only been out for a couple months, or they reckon probably 8 months or less than 8 months. I think it's been out for about 4 or 5 months, give or take. And people have been on trials and stuff with it, but I'm wondering why they're actually protecting their own asses, because you would think if something goes wrong within the patient or something, or some patient gets ill or ends up dead within the National Health Service or the doctors or nurses or whatever, and it's due to the vaccine. We don't know. We don't know. We hope nothing's going to happen, but you never know. And because don't forget, these are trials, so these are only. Well, I wouldn't say it's trial because they've been testing it. The Department of Health and Social Care has confirmed the company has been given a indemnity protecting it from legal action as a result of any problems. Ministers have also changed the law in recent weeks to give new protections to companies such as Pfizer or Pfizer, giving them immunity from being sued by patients in the event of any complications. The NHS staff providing the vaccine, as well as manufacturers of the drug, are also protected. Wow. So if you end up sort of ill or dead or something, you can't sue them. Well, obviously, if you're dead anyway, you can't sue them anyway. But obviously,
The family can.
yeah, the family can. But obviously, they won't be able to, because it won't be in their legal intentions to do it. The Pfizer BioNTech vaccine was also authorized by the Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency on Tuesday under Regulation 174 of the Human Medicine Regulations of 2012, which allows an unlicensed medication to be used in an emergency. So it's not even apparently. So they saying it's not actually licensed. Then is that what they're trying to say? It says which allows an unlicensed medication to be used in an emergency such as a pandemic. I mean, that sounds a bit sort of dodgy to me as well. Unlicensed. I mean, I don't know whether it's licensed or not licensed. Obviously, you would think if it wasn't licensed, right, if it wasn't licensed, they wouldn't be taken out there in the first place. But obviously, they got to try something. Um, After the government changed the regulations following a short 3 week consultation in September, in a press conference with journalists on Wednesday, Ben Osborne, Pfizer UK managing director, refused to explain why the company needed an indemnity. He said, "We're not actually disclosing any of the details around any of the aspects of the agreement." I wonder why. And specifically around the liability clauses. So they're not saying anything then. They're not actually saying. I mean, that sounds a bit dodgy in itself, isn't it? Not saying anything. You'd think it'd be out there for everybody to know. Dr. Burr Kelly Phillips, medical director of Pfizer UK, said the publication is in progress and the priorities absolutely had to be the regulatory submissions to MHRA, EMA, and the FDA. That was the most important thing we needed to do. The full protocol is published and available for everyone to see, and the team are working on the publication of the manuscript in parallel to the regulatory submissions. The chief executive of the Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency, MHRA, speaking at a separate briefing on Wednesday, said no corners had been cut in the safety analysis of the vaccine. So if it's safe, then why are they saying then just in case something could go wrong? And that's me doing the quotes on it. So something went wrong, and they're trying to say it's safe, and it's 95% sort of on that it's going to work. 95% is going to work. Still 5%, I don't know, I still wouldn't have it. Simmons, now they're starting to sort of worry us now and all that. We've also reviewed and agreed to prescribing information so that the public and healthcare professionals are very clear and can be very confident that the vaccine is being used in the correct way. So if it's being used in the correct way, why are they saying in case something goes wrong? I mean, that sounds like there's two things going on there. Understanding what's involved. She said that the National Institute for Biological Standards would be independently testing every single vaccine that goes out to ensure it meets safety standards. So, are you happy with that, guys and girls? Will you still be actually taking this vaccine? Let us know in the comments below. I mean, obviously, something like this, I will put the article in the description below so you guys and girls know it's authentic, because it's actually from the Independent, which have been around for quite a few years now. It's been around for years. So obviously it's them putting it down on there. Anyway, so will you guys still be having it, the vaccine? Will you be not having it? Let us know in the comments below. Do you think it's dodgy? Do you think it's not? Do you think they're just protecting our asses? Or do you think they're not protecting our asses and it's just for legal reasons? Let us know in the comments below, guys and girls. Cheers for watching and stay safe, and I'll see you on the next episode.